When the sun goes down and the lights are low, there's a place where the real talk flows. Rob and Andrew bringing that spark, unfiltered truths after dark. Talking politics, culture, the state of the scene. No spin, just facts in between. From breaking news to stories untold, these voices come bold and cold. They light up the night, no fear in their eyes. Cut through the noise, expose all the lies. Tune in, buckle up, it's gonna get deep. They're waking up minds while the world's asleep. After dark with Rob and Andrew, speaking the truth like they're born to do. Voices strong, opinions tight, shining in the midnight light. After dark, no holding back. They keep you steady when the world's off track.
Hey folks, it is Rob, the real Rob X, one half of After Dark with Rob and Andrew. Just wanted to jump on and share my thoughts about the recent election. And by the way, it's not dark. It's here in New York City, it is noon. But nevertheless, we are live, or I am live, wanting to share my thoughts about the recent election. One of the things that I want to say to all Republicans is stop beating yourselves up. Why are we beating ourselves up? Why are we attacking each other over the loss of New York City, Virginia, and New Jersey? We won the mother lode a year ago with President Trump's triumphant return to the White House, taking control of both houses, albeit a slim margin. Why are we beating ourselves up? I don't get it. I'm looking at social media and I see all these people saying, "Oh my God, what did we do wrong? And we've got to start planning again. And this is a precursor to what's going to happen to the midterms." And people are literally freaking out over the fact that a socialist, commie, radical Muslim has taken over or will take over the reins of the world financial capital, the financial capital of the world, New York City. Why are we freaking out over it? Maybe we have to give up New York City in order to save the United States of America. New York City is predominantly Democrat. It was next to impossible that a Republican, the Republican that was running, Curtis Sliwa, was going to win that election. And that just goes to when Trump came out and said, vote for Cuomo. You had a lot of Republicans freaking out over that. It wasn't that he liked Cuomo. He was endorsing Cuomo. He knows that Cuomo is a dirt bag. I know he's a dirt bag. The world knows it. Democrats know it. But the Democrats in New York City would not have voted for Curtis Sliwa. He didn't have a chance in hell. Let's just be honest. I like Curtis Sliwa, but he was not going to win in a predominantly blue city. Wishful thinking. I don't even know if he gave it his best shot, but he wasn't going to win. And that's the reason why President Trump said, vote Cuomo. He wasn't changing his position on Cuomo. He knows who Cuomo is, but as they always say, better the devil you know than the devil you don't know. I'll say that again. Better the devil you know than the devil that you don't know. So why would we allow or just say surrender to this radical Muslim? Now, again, this is a Republican. Trump was a Republican trying to help out the Democrats. Trump didn't win New York City. New York City hasn't had a Republican mayor since the days of Rudy Giuliani, who turned everything around. Maybe it needs to get back to that. Maybe Democrats need to suffer again and realize the error of their ways. But to start attacking each other and saying that, oh my God, we did something wrong, is foolishness. I mean, it is a height of hypocrisy. It's crazy. New York City is a blue city. They voted for a commie, socialist, radical jihadist. They will have to deal with it. And you hear all these people saying, oh, I'm leaving New York City and I'm leaving. Well, guess what? The people that are leaving will probably be the Democrats who put him into power, thinking that he was going to give them free buses, free health care, freeze your rent on your apartments. the rent that you're paying, and this whole universal child care. That you got to be careful of. And you have people in the streets jumping, oh, universal child care, oh, this is great, or child care for New York City. I don't have to pay for someone to keep my kid. Okay, where did we hear that before? Joe Biden. I'm going to make certain that we have child care for kids as early as 3. What is the reason behind that? You have to be careful when you get what they're saying that they're going to give you. There is a purpose behind it. And under Joe Biden's regime, what they were doing was they were exposing our children to the LGBTQ lifestyle in all the schools. I mean, what does it have to do with the school curriculum? Absolutely nothing. And that is the reason why the teachers' unions are always fighting against charter schools. They don't care about private schools because private schools they've taken over. But charter schools is a different beast. They don't like private schools and charter schools here in New York City because they don't have access to your children to teach them this LGBTQ curriculum. Fast forward to Mandami. I know his name is Mandani, but I call him Mandami. He's saying the same thing. Free childcare. Well, why? For whatever reason. He's a Muslim, and he graciously said he's a Muslim. And have you guys noticed how he was able to come out and say that he's a Muslim, a proud Muslim? When you have Christians who are running for political office, they are tepid in pronouncing their faith in Christ. They don't want to say it. Barack Obama never admitted it. He never said it. Well, not that he was a Christian anyway. But when Christians are running, they won't say that I am a Christian, I am a this, I am a that. No, they keep quiet. But then you have this upstart who comes in and says, oh, I'm a proud Muslim. I'm sure you are. And guess what? That proud Muslim who's saying that I'm going to give child care for everyone, he's going to make certain that your kid learns about the Muslim faith. Do not doubt me when I say it. It's coming. It's going to happen. The public schools here in New York City will start having a curriculum about Muslims. You can't have it about Christian. We're coming up on the holidays. Christmas. Oh, they're not going to even mention that. They don't mention it. They call it the winter break. But I think sometime in the spring, there is a Muslim holiday that we celebrate. We have out this kid get out of school for it, and they mention it. But Easter? Forget about it. Christmas? Oh, an afterthought. This is what's coming to New York City. Stay tuned. He's a proud, devout Muslim, and rightfully so, if that's his religion, I don't care. But Islam is not compatible with Christianity. Islam is not compatible to freedom of religion. Don't get it confused. And I think a lot of Christians have gotten it confused. We here as Christians, what we say is religious freedom. We're okay with other people coming into our country and worshiping as you see fit, but they don't see it the other way. You look at a lot of the Muslim countries, look at what's happening in Nigeria, the bloodshed. And where are all those people who are concerned about genocide? They were so concerned about the Palestinians being killed. Oh, the Israelis, they're killing the Palestinians. And oh my God, what are we going to do? Where are those voices to cry out for the Christians in Nigeria, a black country? You want to talk about racism. You want to talk about genocide. I remember in 2024, during this, I think it was a winter and spring, you had all of these kids on college campuses protesting that the Jews were killing the Palestinians, singing from the river to the sea. Oh, this is horrible. Now, fast forward, crickets. And this has been happening for some time now. The genocide in Nigeria, not only in Nigeria, but in Sudan as well. Where are the rallies? Where are the protests? Where's Black Lives Matter? Where are all these liberal white women who like to jump on every bandwagon and make it a cause? Where are you? Weren't you protesting the death, the genocide of the Africans in Nigeria and Sudan? And Sudan is over, I'm hearing, over gold. But where are they? You know what? Trump is going to do something about it. He's already said it needs to stop. Oh, but Trump is a racist. Now, had he not said anything, what you bet they would have all come out and said, oh my God, why isn't Trump saying something about the blacks being killed in Nigeria? Well, he just did. He also said something about the blacks who are being killed on the streets of Detroit, Memphis, Chicago, DC. He's doing something about it in DC. But these other cities, oh no. The black leaders and the white liberal leaders are saying, get your hands off our crime. We want to keep our crimes because we say that Black Lives Matter, but it really doesn't matter. And we don't want you to do anything about it. But if Black lives really mattered, these so-called leaders like Brandon Johnson and the governor Pritzker in Chicago, they would open up their doors and say, Mr. Trump, allow the National Guards to come in to protect the Black lives that are being killed, slaughtered on a daily or weekly basis in Chicago. But they won't do it. Go figure. And not only that, and I'm going to go back to Mandami, but I'm just like, I see all the contradiction that's taking place now in our society, and it has to be called out. Remember Barack Obama, and this goes back to the election. Remember Barack Obama, 2024? He chastised black men, black people for not supporting Kamala Harris, half black, half Indian, whatever she wants to call herself on any given day. Fast forward. Winsome Earl Sears was running for the governor in Virginia, a blue state. Now, would she have gotten it? It was a long shot. But still, she was a black woman running. What did Barack Obama do? He waltzes in town and supports the white woman. Wait a minute. Did he not just tell us a year ago that we need to support blacks? Or did he mean you only need to support them if they're Democrats? If she's a conservative, as Winsome Earl Sears is, screw her. We don't care about her. Really. Black people, wake up. Wake up. Democrats don't care about you. They only want your vote. You only make up 13% of the population. And on a daily basis, we're aborting our babies. Then we want to run around and talk about the strong black woman. I'm a strong black woman. You're a strong black woman living in a single life. And then you're mad saying, where are all the good men? And what is the solution that white liberals have for you? Oh, date a white man. Or have you even tried dating another woman? That's the solution. Please, give me a break. And the churches, these so-called big churches that are having all their conventions now? Yeah, right. All up in the pulpit. You got women blasting men, saying that men aren't any good. You got men jumping up, behaving like women. Oh, don't get me started calling this hypocrisy out. And that's the reason why men don't go to church, because they see the hypocrisy with these so-called leaders wanting to fill their coffers with, how many people got $1,000 to put in the plate? How many people got 2,000? Yeah, right. Meanwhile, your communities are suffering. Give me a break. But never fear. That's going to go out the window here in New York City. You know why? Because they just elected Mandami, a radical Muslim. And as I said, the night when he won, he came out and he said, and so defiantly he was, defiantly calling out the president, calling out saying that, oh, we just toppled a dynasty, meaning the Cuomo family, calling them out. This guy was defiant. He's showing you who he is. And as the great late Maya Angelou once said, when a person shows you who they are, believe them. Believe them. Now that he has the prize, oh man, watch out. He's already said, oh, I've already announced my transition team. All women, probably a couple of lesbians. Where are the men? Men, it's time for us to stand up. Stop being weak. Stop being afraid. You're not toxic. If it wasn't for us, we wouldn't have the country that we have today. We forge the wilderness. We build. We defend. Women don't do that. They're emotional, especially the liberal women. It's time to wake the heck up. All this toxicity. Oh, we have toxic women. That's what we have. Virginia, a woman won, white woman. New Jersey, a white woman. And they're both incompetent. It's time to put these liberal women in check. It's time to wake up because they are destroying the country. They are destroying the country with their rhetoric. They are destroying the country with their emotions. And right behind these liberal white women are the strong black women. Please give me a break. What other race, what other group of women refer to themselves as these strong? You never hear the strong Indian woman or the strong Korean woman. You never hear that. It's only in blacks. And where are households falling apart? Blacks. Think about the 60s, the 50s. Men were in the homes, head of the household. Along came all these liberal programs, and it just disintegrated the black family. And we don't even see it. We're too busy saying, oh, the black man, he's bad. The black man, this. Wake up. It is the design of these liberal policies to keep you down. It's time to wake up. Even more so now. Now going back to Mamdani and the endorsement that Trump gave him, the endorsement Trump gave Cuomo, saying, vote Cuomo. It was at the 11th hour. And then you saw a lot of billionaires coming in saying, oh, let's try to get him over the finish line. Again, folks, it wasn't that they believed in Cuomo. It wasn't that they felt that he was good. We know what happened during COVID. We know the people that he killed, the elderly people. We know about that. But now you have a radical Muslim who will more than likely set up mosques all across the country, who will probably open the door to have more radicals to come in. New York City is going to become little jihadist town. Do not doubt me when I say it. They were trying to prevent this guy from taking the top slot, because once he did it, now that he's did it, you will have a lot of other upstarts. It will be a watershed moment all over the country. Don't doubt me when I say this. That is the reason why Trump was saying, vote for the other guy. That is a reason why you had these billionaires at the last minute saying, let me go ahead and let's see if we can support him. They knew what Cuomo was about. They didn't like him. But again, better the devil you know than the devil you don't know. You have to be strategic with your votes. And again, this isn't our problem, the GOP problem. It's the problem of Democrats. They caused this. We were just trying to help them out. But we as GOP, we as Republicans shouldn't beat ourselves up because we couldn't change their election. That's their election. They deal with it. Don't start attacking each other over it. Now, we'll say this. Republicans do need to look within ourselves and say, look, Trump is not going to always be at the forefront. We've got to find leaders from within. And that is a reason why you see a lot of social media influencers jockeying for the top slot. Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, and so many others. They're jockeying to take that space. They're jockeying to fill the void once Trump steps aside. They want to be able to control the vote. They want to be able to tell you vote for this candidate or that candidate. That's what's happening. Don't be deceived. Be smart. But at the same time, don't go down those crazy rabbit holes. Because right now, Candace Owens, she's dug a lot of rabbit holes. From Israel to the First Lady in France to Charlie Kirk. I mean, she's digging the rabbit holes all over. And you know what? Some people are falling for it because they have itching ears. They want to hear what she has to say. And some of them are believing it. Oh, yeah, maybe there was a conspiracy. Maybe something did happen. Yeah, but let's keep our eyes on the prize. Let's keep our eyes on the 2028 election. We want to win. We don't want to be defeated. I mean, we have a bevy of more than ample candidates. J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, just to name a few. Pete Hegseth. I mean, there's just the number goes on and on and on. But what we need to do is we need to get behind a candidate and say, this is going to be your candidate. Let's get a jump start ahead of the Democrats and let's move forward. I mean, come on, Gavin Newsom for the Democrats? Kamala Harris? Really? They're lightweights. But they can become heavyweights if we don't stay focused. They can become heavyweights if we start giving them that power. We can't do it. Something else I want to mention with this Mamdani guy. Like I said, it's going to be open season here in New York City. You're going to have a lot of mosques being built. You're going to have a lot of radical Muslims coming in. Do not doubt me when I say it. It is coming. It is going to happen. I know that I'm sure you guys have heard that the Department of Justice are looking at, they can revoke his citizenship and send him back to Uganda, looking at this. Okay, it all remains to be seen until it happens. Right now, we need to deal with the cards that we have. Okay. And I would say to Republicans, don't give up on New York City. If a lot of these folks are moving out, we move in and we take over the government. Right now, as I mentioned, New York City is predominantly blue. It's difficult for a conservative to gain power. And the way they redistrict the area, it's crazy. But don't give up hope. We cannot give up hope. We have to keep going. Another point, violence. Wow. Virginia. What is the guy's name? Jason James or whatever. He's now the Attorney General after making those, I mean, cringe, murderous statements about a fellow Republican, not a fellow Republican, but a colleague of his, saying that he wants to see the guy dead, shoot him with the gun, piss on their graves. Wow. And you know what? Democrats still came out and they voted for him overwhelmingly. Barack Obama didn't even denounce the guy. Other Democrats did not denounce him. They were okay with the violence. Folks, Republicans, there's open season on our heads. I will say it again, open season on our heads. They don't care about your life. The justice system does not care about your life. These radical activist judges, they don't care. That is a reason why they're handing out light sentences to all these individuals who have committed a crime. They don't care about you. It is time to wake up. It is time to protect yourself because they're not going to protect you. And when you look around at all these different cities and states that are electing these radical individuals, it shows you they don't care. Charlie Kirk was killed. He was assassinated. You have people making fun of the death. We're not really making fun of the death, making fun of his assassination. In schools. And they'll say, oh, freedom of expression, freedom of speech. Oh, come on. What if, let's say, a group of crazy white people started making fun of Martin Luther King, saying, oh, look at what happened to him. Oh, he deserved it. Ah, ha, 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 ha. I mean, right now, I know he's been dead for like 40 years, 50 years ago, but what if they were to start doing that now on social media? Do you think that would be well received? Absolutely not. So why is it well received that this man, young guy, shot down the prime of his life by radical Democrats? Look at all the school shootings. Confused kids, confused by their gender. I'm confused by the parents, of course, and society, the Biden administration telling them that you can change your gender. You can't change your gender. You can't change your sex. You can mutilate it, but you can't change it. Oh, and by the way, New York City, good luck with that, with Mamdani as your mayor. Let's see how far that goes. All the LGBTQ community marching around half naked. Let's see how far that's going to go. He'll let you go a little bit, but once the radical clerks come in, oh, they're going to shut that down. He probably won't shut it down, but the radical clerks that he's going to open the door for, they're going to shut that down. All of you little liberal women who love running around and your little Louis man outfits, they're going to shut that down. Again, Mamdani might not do it. His hands probably won't be on it. But when he opens the door to these radical clerks, they're going to shut it down, and you're going to all be wearing burqas. And you know what I say? Hooray. Bravo. Because you voted for this crap, you're going to get it. It's going to shut it down. They're going to shut it down. But back to the violence against Republicans. Acceptable violence, and that's what it is. It's acceptable. No one is calling it out. Fake news CNN, PMS NBC, whose name will officially be changed next week, the Washington Post, the New York Times, they're all down with it because they want to create fear. Who else try to create fear? Radical Muslims. They go in, they attack, they blow up places to make you afraid, wanting you to stay inside, wanting you to be quiet. That's what's happening on the left. And the violence against the right. And you have judges who won't do a damn thing about it. You have the media who should call it out. They don't care because they feel that it is a winning card for them. They win by doing that, by silencing your voices, going after us. In America, never thought I would see this in America. In all my years, never ever did I think I would see this. But they're okay with it. They being the left, they're okay with it. One less Republican, we don't care. And then the excuse is, look at the guy who killed Charlie Kirk. They don't want cameras in the courtroom. Why? What is he trying to hide? Oh my God, folks, we got to wake up. We got to wake up because this is not good. It's not good at all. They're coming after us. There's no way to protect ourselves, and they don't give a damn. Who, when I say they, these activist judges, who should be impeached. I just read the other day this Judge Borsberg. Republicans are looking at impeaching him. Why are you looking at it? Just do it. I mean, come on. The same thing with Jack Smith. I mean, why are you saying that we want to have a conversation with him? We're thinking, don't think, just do it. I mean, what are you waiting for? I mean, you waste time trying to think about it. And if the tables were turned, the Democrats would already have these different hearings on the heels and putting Republicans under the gun, under the fire, rather. Well, some of them under the gun, who knows? But what are we waiting for? I would have already called in Jack Smith, Christopher Wray, and Merrick Garland. And you know what else? I would drag Barack Obama's sorry butt in also. The guy's a cancer. He's part of the destruction of America. He should have never been nominated as president, should have never been president for 2 years. And then you got Michelle running around saying, oh, they don't like us. And, I had to wait before I wore braids in the White House because, I was under a microscope. Lady, they put you in the freaking White House not once, but twice. Go away. Go away. Just go away. And then she wants to say, Melania, she never called out to me to ask me about the ropes of the White House. Why should she? So that you could go on the late night show and talk about it? Lady, please, give me a break. But these are the same people who are oppressed. Oh, we're being oppressed. You're oppressed, and you have all these black people in all these big-time positions, from sports, entertainment, finance, lawyers, corporate jobs. As black women say, we're the most educated. Oh, okay, so how are you oppressed? But liberals got you thinking you're oppressed. Huh. Go figure. It's a joke, if you ask me. I won't be long. I'm going to get out of here. Let me just look through my notes and see what else I need to, try to correct the record on here. Let's see here. I mentioned the LGBTQ ABC community. Good luck with that in New York City under Mandami. Yeah, I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover in this short period of time, but one takeaway that I definitely want to say is that, again, Republicans, stop beating yourselves up over these election losses on Tuesday. These were in blue states. The only thing we were trying to do was trying to help throw the Democrats a lifeline by putting into office candidates that made sense. It was a long shot, okay? It was a long shot. It was a huge, long shot for Virginia, New Jersey. We thought we thought we were coming close to New Jersey. The tide went against us. But these are all blue states, blue cities. But we were doing our best to save our fellow Americans, to save them from the disaster that they're about to encounter, to save New Yorkers from a radical Islamist who, as I said, he himself said that he's a Muslim, and he said it rather defiantly. We were trying to save you from that. And all you folks in the LGBTQ community and all you liberal women with your Lulimon, just get ready because you won't have your Lulimons anymore. You're going to have on a burqa. And the LGBT community, good luck surviving. For the folks in New Jersey, looking at taxes, high taxes, good luck with that. Oh, and by the way, the governor, what's her name? Mickey Sherrill, she said that she's going to push for the LGBTQ classes in the schools. What in the tarnation, as some of the old folks would say, is going on? Why is that such a push? And it happened under Democrats. They started pushing this with identity politics. And folks, that is the reason why you're hearing a lot of people saying that the civil rights movement, its objective has been co-opted by a lot of radicals. Because under that umbrella, they've put everything they're trying to say, this deserves civil rights, this deserves civil rights. You guys, they have just bastardized the civil rights movement. If Martin Luther King were to come back, and some people are saying that he was a socialist, oh gosh, if he were to come back, he would probably look at the movement and say, wait a minute, put the brakes on this. Because remember, he was an editor or columnist for Ebony magazine. And this one guy wrote to him saying that, hey, I'm gay, what do I do? And King told him, you need to pray to God, read the Bible and pray. So that's his take on the LGBT community. Although Barack Obama, Al Sharpton, they've since softened up on it. Go figure. I'm hearing that Barack Obama, well, not hearing, but Barack Obama admitted himself that he had fantasies about men. To each his own. I'm okay with that. If you're an adult, do whatever you want to do, but do not drag our children into that craziness. Allow them the opportunity to get to know themselves. If you want to introduce that stuff in college, that's fine. But as kids, elementary school, they're abusing our children because they know that they're little sponges. And if they introduce that confusion to them now, they will grow up confused. That's what's happening. Do not doubt me when I say this. So be careful. when the government comes to you knocking on the door and saying, oh, we want to offer universal child care so that your kid can go to school at 2 and 3. What they're actually saying is that we want to indoctrinate your children so that when they're 5 and 6, they'll be so confused they won't know who they are. Be careful, folks. Be careful. I think that's all I have. I would encourage you all to listen to After Dark on the America Out Loud Talk Radio Network, Monday through Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. You can catch us on Spotify. You can catch us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, as well as Apple Podcasts. So wherever you listen to your podcasts, you can catch us there. You can always go to After Dark and look at some of the old shows that we've done, and everything that I'm talking about now, we've covered in previous shows. We were ahead of the ball game. Unlike some of the other mainstream media, we're an independent network, but we were ahead of the game. Also here on American Bolden, thanks to our sponsor, Greg, when I give him a shout out as well. So folks, that's all I have. Follow me on Twitter. My handle is there, The Real Rob X. I said follow me on Twitter, but it's actually X. Follow me there. I'm also on TikTok, of all places, TikTok. Yeah, I'm on TikTok after fighting against it, saying be careful, be careful, be careful. Now it's supposed to be owned by an American company. Who knows? Or America's supposed to be in charge of it. Who knows? But anywhere to get the word out there, to get the news out there, I am going to spread it. So I would encourage you to follow me on all those different sites. In conclusion, I will say again, Republicans, stop beating yourselves up. This was not our fight. We're simply trying to save our brethren in these Democrat districts. We're trying to throw them a lifeline. They refuse a lifeline, so now they'll drown. And we will sit back and we will watch. But stop beating each other up thinking that we did something wrong. We did not. They rejected our lifeline. They didn't want to be saved. They want a radical Muslim. They want these two women who are just as liberal as the day is long in New Jersey and Virginia. Men, you're not toxic. It's time to reclaim our domain. It's time to push back and say, we exist for you to exist. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be ashamed of it. Claim your masculinity. Rob JH1 or The Real Rob X signing off. Thank you. And I hope to speak with you soon. Goodbye. Having problems signing off. I don't know why, but here we go. We are out of here.